dito sa Socsargen area, they have the makilala fault line kag diri sa Sarangani. Diri sa aton, I want to alarm everyone that we have an magnitude 8 triggering fault line. The West Panay fault line, 1948, Lady Kaykay, 8 magnitude 8. Negros Trench. Si Negros Trench on our high seas diri facing the first district. Pag inigo niya si Iloilo City, bisa na mo nakalayo to sa first district, 2-story building. Pag inhit niya ang Gimbal Miagao area, kabat nakita nyo naman, may man historically, may mga data kita nga sunod-sunod ang paglinog sa first district. 4-story building. So, million of tons of water moving towards inland. Amo nang sitwasyon. So, let us come up with appropriate preparations for it. And we do not want it to happen, of course, in prayers. But, sa nag-collapse nga mga buildings, ano ang lessons learned naton sa nag-collapse nga building sa Gensan, Davao Region, Central Mindanao, Davao Region? Ano ang lessons learned naton dito? We need to inventory sang threshold sang aton mga buildings. Capitol, ang kaya niya sini magnitude 8, as they say according to engineers. So meaning, pag magnitude intensity 6 or 7, kaya patindog pa siya. Ari kita sa sulod is tawhay kita. But kung ang threshold sang iban naton nga mga buildings, private man or public, vertical and horizontal, the threshold is 6. Kagang nag-hit sa aton because we have this generator, earthquake generator, West Panay, kung 7 or 8, then there would be more injuries and damages. So, the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council has endorsed a resolution to the provincial board that there would be a walk the fault line. All government agencies will walk the fault line from Aklan, Capiz, Iloilo, Antique site and determine kung ano ni kalaba si West Panay fault line, so that all big ticket projects nga magihan sa fault line hindi na pagbutang vertical or horizontal. Kita nyo naman nga ang mga gafold ang mga karsada dito sa Mindanao nga na-hit sang 7.8 magnitude, amo man na matabo sa aton diri. So the building officials of the different local government units should check now the threshold of all the buildings, kay nga ang target sa aton governor in all calamities for that matter is zero casualty. Ti karon kaya nga aton mga buildings are threshold nila very low, 6 and 7 bagsak na siya. So we need earthquake resilient buildings. We need earthquake resilient buildings like Taiwan, like Japan, na pag 7 nearing 8 nagatindog pa. Sa aton diri 7.8 damo na nagkalabagsak sa Mindanao region. So hopefully diri sa Panay Island, our government, our building officials should be aggressive in enforcing the building codes. If a particular building collapse, nga gamay lang ang intensity or magnitude sang linog, nag-collapse na siya, damo nagkalamatay, there will be blood in their hands because they fail to aggressively enforce specifications of materials, the level nga kinahanglan gid nga pag-unon ang mga buildings to include vertical and horizontal. Kaya nga, pag once it collapse, amo man na ang level nga gastuson sa gobyerno. And now, pila ka bilyon subong ang nagkalaguba sa Mindanao region because of 7.8. So, an appeal to our government officials, an appeal to our building officials, enforce the building code so as to save lives. Again, if a particular building collapse because you fail to abide by the requirements of the specifications of the material, there would be blood in your hands. Ngalantawon mo, bumagsak siya, ay ako ng engineer da. O nag-collapse, may patay, pulo, 20. Then, our capabilities for collapse structure search and rescue, we have limited. Ang isa ka pinakamagasto nga training on collapse structure search and rescue, amo na siya. No? Basic life support, barato lang. Standard first aid, barato lang. EOC operations, barato lang. Pero sa collapse structure, it will be 15 days, million ang gastos. 6.5 million ang gastoson. Sang isa ka team nga ipa-undergo mo sang collapse structure. So, this should be a whole of the society approach now ang ginaano naton sa linog. There's no instrument that can detect linog, but the level of preparation should start on the individual engineer looking at the structure, doing the construction in all construction sites now, horizontal and vertical infrastructures. We do not want to see a building collapse because you are the involved engineer, then you are responsible for it to collapse. So, do not cut the budget. It should be cost efficient to protect lives and properties. Pagbagsak na bilyon man ang gyapon ng gasto para riyas ng gyapon. So, gastusan na lang ang dapat nga budget. Para nga malikawan naton matabo ini. So, we need to be aggressive on collapse structure, search and rescue. Ang aton mga public works and highways, do they have the structural integrity equipment? The cost of tatlo na siya, rebar scanner, depth analyzer, tatlo na siya nga requirement, it costs 3.5 million. So, the provincial government, under the instructions of the governor, that we need to buy the structural building integrity instruments. That is the level of our preparations to include nga kami diri nga floor, ma-purchase man ang provincial government sang iya hard hats, the go bag. So, to prevent death and casualties, come up with the right structure of the building. For all engineers, I appeal to you, do what is right, enforce the building code. Do not cut the cost of the construction. Once it collapses, you will be the one and responsible to be blamed.
Target yung walk